Hey, it's Mike with Become the Night, and welcome to this episode of Mike. The Music Snob. I am pissed. Straight livid. I'm not even joking. I've gone from piss boiling mad to a passion of 1,000 burning suns mad. For those of you who haven't heard, Marvin Gaye's family has sued Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams for copyright infringement. And won. They sued Thicke and Williams for $7.8 million for similarities between their song Blurred Lines and Marvin Gaye's Gotta Give It Up. Let's take a listen, shall we? At first glance, you have one of two reactions. Holy shit, that's the same song. Or, I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's break it down. Got to Give It Up uses your basic R&B and soul formula. 4/4 time, somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 beats per minute. Kick on the downbeat, snare on the upbeat, typical 70s cowbell. Bass guitar holding the root, electric piano giving you some chord color, and vocals. Blurred Lines mimics this by having 4/4 time, around 120 beats per minute, and rewind this video 10 seconds so that you can hear everything I just said. It's the exact same ensemble, the exact same formula. Got to Give It Up emphasizes the root note of the chord on the downbeat, which in this case is A. It does a few fills in between to drive the song and break up the monotony. Blurred Lines bass emphasizes the root note of the chord on the downbeat, just like the last song did, but in this case it is G, one whole step down from A, which basically means they're really close to the same key. However, unlike Got to Give It Up, the bass is a little bit less active in between with its fills, if you can even call them that, with the exception of this gem. Remember this! It'll be important later. The keyboards in both songs are both kept buried in the background just to add a little bit of flavor, but also to direct the audience towards the scale of the song, which in this case is the major scale. The vocals both employ a falsetto style, which is Marvin Gaye's signature. A surface analysis says yes! Those songs are exactly the same. Give those greedy bastards their money. But let's dig a little deeper. If you say these similarities constitute stealing, you are damning all songwriters for the rest of eternity. As I said before, both of these songs are working off of a formula. Almost all pop songs work off of a formula. The key to making an original hit is by doing something that catches the audience's attention, but presenting it a little bit differently than the way it was done before. In the music business, this is called the hook. Let's examine the hooks of each of these songs. Got to Give It Up's main hook is the vocal melody. Blurred Lines' vocal style may be similar in some parts, but the melody is very different. Where Marvin Gaye's vocal hook is the melody, Blurred Lines' vocal hook is the rhythm. The drums are almost identical, but the differences are very important. Both songs use a hi-hat to keep the time of the song, as well as a little bit of an open hi-hat to add an accent every once in a while, again breaking up the monotony. And they both employ cowbell over top of the hi-hat. Got to Give It Up's cowbell accents the hi-hat, whereas Blurred Lines' cowbell is used to actually break up the rhythm a little bit, give it a little bit of a flow. Marvin Gaye's cowbell accents the rhythm, but Robin Thicke's cowbell actually goes against the rhythm a little bit. While they are both acting as hooks, they are acting in opposite fashions, just like the vocals. Now we come to the bass, arguably the most important part of this analysis. They are both so close, but the major difference is this. Marvin Gaye's bass acts to drive the song forward and to support the vocals and what the vocals are doing, because you're listening mostly to the vocals. Robin Thicke's bass is the number one hook of the song. I pay more attention to that bass than I do to any other part of the song. Well, except for Blurred Lines bass focuses more on establishing the beat, because this song is more about dancing, not singing. More people are going to sing along to Marvin Gaye and dance to Robin Thicke, because Marvin Gaye's music is focusing on the vocals, and Robin Thicke's music is focusing on the rhythm. And most importantly, nowhere in Marvin Gaye's song do we hear this bass line, which is the most anticipated part of the song. Every time that you feel it going on the and then it moves to the bop, but you are ready for it to walk down. I just felt really weird right then. You anticipate it so much because it's the tail end of the phrase. It concludes the thought and then repeats itself because it's popular f***ing music. Marvin Gaye's song does not have this element in any of its parts, and especially not the bass, which I believe to be the deciding factor as to it not being copyright infringement. My ruling is this is not copyright infringement, even though it is a blatant, shameless ripoff. People have been ripping off each other's music for centuries. Sometimes it's intentional, but a lot of times it's not. Should these artists sue for these blatant ripoffs?
When I was saddled to the earth in a stream of guts by Mother Nature, that green-eyed slut. A lot of my life make you nervous, but I tell you I can't live in service. I'm breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back.
I know Sprint was trying to make it badass by ripping off Seven Nation Army, but if they really wanted to make it badass, they should have ripped off this song. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson should probably be sued. Aristotle said, imitation is natural to all humans from childhood. Imitation is how children learn, and we all learn from imitation. He was speaking about how tragic plays imitate life, but this still holds true for our analysis. As children, artists grow up listening to all of this wonderful music. In my case, it was the Beatles, Billy Joel, a lot of video game music, and that music impacts us extremely, much more than later in our lives. We would like to make something that affects other people the way that that music affected us. So naturally, and a lot of times unconsciously, we put elements of those songs in our own music. Robin Thicke was like half quoted as telling the composer of Blurred Lines that he really liked the song Gotta Give It Up, and he would like to do a song in that style. So of course the composer's gonna do his job, and he's gonna try and model it after that song. All artists steal content from their influences because they work. The only thing that makes it original is the context in which you present it. And now Marvin Gaye's family is planning to sue Pharrell Williams for this.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Honey, you do me wrong, but still I'm crazy about you. Stay away too long and I can't do without you.
My ruling is this is complete bullshit. This decision needs to be reversed. While I am in the camp that says popular music is lacking a serious amount of originality, if we let this decision pass, we are going to be setting a very dangerous precedent for all artists across the world. Please share this video with everyone, on my behalf and on the behalf of artists everywhere. If copyright infringement reaches out to something that kinda sounds like this one, but it's like a little bit different, but you can tell it's based off of this one, we're screwed. There's going to be lawsuits for the past 80 years of music, not to mention future songwriters are going to have to walk on eggshells and do research just to make sure they didn't accidentally steal someone's work. Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams, hire me the next time you need a musical defense attorney. Email me at yourboththalentlesshacks@thecorporatemachine.com. This has been Mike, the Music Snob. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Rock on.